In this lesson, we'll learn to create tables in our pages. Tables can be used to show some information, some data on your page. Tables are not used for layout purposes or to position elements on a page. That's what people used to do in the 90s before CSS was invented. So today, in this decade, tables are only used to show data. They're not used to position elements within a page. So I just wanted to make that very, very clear. All right, so how do we start creating a table? We'll use the table tag. After we create our table, we need to start creating individual rows for our table. To create a row, we use tr. Now that you've opened a row, you need to create the actual cells of your table. So for example, I can create, and for that we use td. I can create one cell that says Monday and close that. Another cell that says Tuesday, close that. And another one that says Wednesday. Once I'm done with my row, I can close it. And I can open a new row. So let's add some numbers to this row, some information. So there's some numbers here, some results of some sort. You can add as many rows as you want. Once I'm done, I can close my table. And you see something like that. So if I add more rows to my table, I can end up with a table with some results. It could be the results of a football match, or it could be some sort of weekly planning. But it needs to be information that you normally show on a table. Usually, the first row will contain headings of the columns, and you might want to have them displayed differently, or you might want to be able to basically tell the browser. You will want to tell the browser, hey browser, this first row or these elements here are actually table headers. So for those, instead of td, we actually use another tag called th, which stands for table header. If you refresh the page, you'll see that they're actually by default show bold in the browser. As you can see, creating tables is quite easy once you get used to this row by row approach, because a lot of the time people ask me, what if I want to create one column at a time? That's not the way HTML tables work. You need to think of them as one row at a time. But basically what you do is you open up your table, and then you can add individual rows. You can have your table headers like this, and then td, I think it stands for table data, is what you use to add the individual cells in your table.